And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Beaten with many stripes.
But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Now let me stop right there. Let me get this one. This is 2nd Ezra 2 and 26. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall none one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. So what? Even it says that some are going to be beheaded, but it says that the dead in Yahawashi shall rise first. So what? We're not really dead, you know? It says, be not weary. See, you can smell pork in the air, right? With these damn heathens. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, right? During the time of famine and such. But thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee. The heathens are the non-Israelites, the non-Negro, Latino, and Native American, starting off with the Edomites, the Caucasians. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. And hell means bad times, right? Or the grave. Be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, saith the Lord. So what? Even what's really making up that that 1/3 that's not of the 144,000, and all the 144,000 are men, right? Men of the nation of Israel, right? 12,000 from each tribe, right? But the 1/3, the rest of the 1/3 is going to be the families of the elect, right? So what? We're not worried if they're not in the truth, because what? We know that the salvation can come through us, right? Which they should be in the truth. All Israelites should be in this truth, right? It says, but yeah, that's really it. That's the point. You keep going.
But for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
Con, so what? The more knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding you pack up, the more you should be pushing this truth. You know? It's not time to get weary, it's not time to get tired. You know? Skip down to read real quick, I'll read it real quick. Let's skip down to 49. Oh wait.
Well, that was,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I really want it right there.
Okay.
So this is Luke 11 and I'm going to start at 45. It says, then answered one of the lawyers and said unto Yahawashi, Master, thus saying, thou reproachest us also. And he said, woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for ye laid men with burdens grievous to be borne, and ye yourselves touch not the burdens with one of your fingers. Right? Everything that that we say, like to say to do, we're doing also. You know, if we say don't eat pork, shrimp, ham, and lobster because the Most High hates that, we're gonna stop doing that, and we did stop doing that. What is that? What is that shirt? Like Jake is confused out here.
No.
Jake is confused. It says, woe unto you, for ye build the sepulchre of the prophets, and your fathers killed them. Truly ye bear witness that ye allow the deeds of your fathers, for ye indeed killed them, and ye built their sepulchres. right? Therefore also saith the wisdom of Yahawah, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, that the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation. Right? And you can read now.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
So what? That means we're going to be in the midst of World War III, right? When Yahawashi comes back, the Son of the Most High. Right?
But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division.
Right, and that division comes through this word, right? To the people that actually serve the Most High and that don't, right? And that's in Malachi. Do you still on that?
No, I can get it real quick.
Okay, you get it.
Malachi 3 and 23.
Actually, it should be at the end where it's talking about discern between who serve the Most High and not. Right here, 18.
This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 18. Then
3 and 18. 3 and 18.
3 and 18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not.
God. Right. Do you see yourself on this sign? Right?
What's your nationality?
Right, but you could still be an Israelite if you come back, if you because what we're scattered through the four corners of the earth, right? So look into the Hebrew Israelites, right? And if you go with this word, you can well enough be an Israelite. We're scattered among all the nations, right? Shalom, right? He could be an Israelite. He stopped at the sign, and I could tell he was shaking because he didn't see himself.
Right.
But what? As soon as his people called him,
He had to go.
he went like this. He said, no.
Okay.
So what? He's putting the Most High first, right? That's just in that instance, you know. If it was somebody else and they didn't see themselves on the sign, they would look and feel like they deserve to be on that sign, like these Edomites. Right?
Good.
But Jake don't even look at the sign.
Hey, and the Philippines probably has a lot of Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know, it don't really get talked about much. The Philippines probably has a lot of Jake.
To the four corners of the earth, we're everywhere. As the sand of the sea, that's the sand of the sea. Right?
Cannot be messing around with more numbers.
God. All right. Come on with that one.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
That's what they're not going to be able to build anything in our society. They're not going to have separate separate power structure in our society, right? First, the peons of this world, they're going to be taken out, but the elites of this world, like the Rawchas, the Rockefellers, the Gettys, the DuPonts, right? Those international bankers, right? Probably the Clintons and such like that. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery, right? The different hierarchy in Russia, right? And different people in power, right? The Illuminati, they're gonna be the first ones in to go into slavery, right? Continual employment. The first job is to bury all of those dead bodies in our land, right? In the valley of Hamon-Gog.
This is Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
There's no escape. You can't escape from the hand of the Most High. It's so simple. That's why what? We fear and tremble at His word. You know, because He made it plain. You're either in it or you're not. You know?
And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
And that's talking about the Leviathan, right? the ruler of the sea, right?
And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good.
Yeah, for evil and not for good, right? Because that's true judgment. Ooh. Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Right? Even at the end when Esau gets taken out, they're not going to know no shame. That's why in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have to exterminate them. Right? Go back to Luke.
Oh yeah, I'm still on Luke 4. Okay. We're this is Luke chapter 12 verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth.
So what? The Son of the Most High, but his true name Yahawashi, he's not coming to give peace on earth.
I tell you nay, but rather division.
Rather division.
For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3.
And that real division comes by the word of the Lord, because there's going to be some in the house that believe and some that don't. All right? You're going to gather with the ones that believe, and the ones that don't, it turns out what? They could be destroyed, right? That could be their future.
The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? Yea, and why even of yourselves judge ye not what is right? When thou goest with thine adversary to the magistrate, as thou art in the way, give diligence that thou mayest be delivered from him, lest he hale thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and the officer cast thee into prison.
And what that's talking about, agree with thy adversary quickly, because what? He does have that power to lock us up and to put us away forever. You know?
I tell thee, thou shalt not depart thence till thou hast paid the very last mite.
Right. Let me get this. This is
How much time?
it's 1:41. So we'll go for a little bit less, a little bit more. Revelation 18, verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, have avenged you on her. Right, like we was reading earlier, that what this place America is gonna go down for us, you know. And let me get this one in Samuel, where it talks about kill it and make it alive. This is can you get I don't know, you can freestyle it. This is 1 Samuel 2:1. It says, and Hannah prayed and said, my heart, my mind, rejoiceth in the Lord. My horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none holy as the Lord, as Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi, for there is none besides thee, neither is there any rock like our power. Right? The main wickedness and fornication that's pushed is idol worship. You know? So what's coming back to this is very powerful, because what we are actually worshiping the true holy power. It says, talk no more so exceedingly proudly, let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for the Lord is the power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. Right? The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumble are girt with strength. They that are full have hired out themselves for bread, and they that were hungry ceaseth, so that the barren have borne 7, and she that hath many children is waxed feeble. So the Most High turns things on their head. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So what? The Most High controls Satan, right? He controls the devil as he controls us pushing his word anyways. It says, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up, right? And what? We're going to be lifted up and we're going to be made rich, right? Through subscribing to this word, right? And this word is only for the nation of Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native American. It says, he raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. Like we was reading, the saints shall take the kingdom, right? For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints. The saints are the Israelites. Can you get, I know you're holding something, can you get Isaiah 148, and I'm pretty sure it's 18, it's the last verse. Psalms 148. It says,
Psalms 148.
It says, he raised up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. Right? He puts up one and takes down another. Let me see if we can get that one real quick. Come on, you can read that real quick.
This is Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him.
So what? The saints are the Israelites.
Good. Praise ye the Lord.